We talked about it yesterday. The father who had done got knocked off at the Bojangles. Father lost his life at Bojangles from the shift manager, the shift lead, or something like that right there. Well, he went to court. The manager, shift lead, he had done went to court, and he had been charged with murder out here in these doggone streets. They finna tell us what Buddy had done said that the daddy had done did when he had done came up there. And we finna find out something else. We finna find out something else that we thought it was, but it wasn't that right there. Here we go.
Now to this, the 25-year-old Bojangles manager accused of killing a fellow employee's father stood before a judge today. The prosecution laid out their evidence, including what led up to the shooting earlier this month. Atlanta News First Sarah Hammond is live from the Fulton County Courthouse right now. And Sarah, what did you learn?
Well, today this was a pre-indictment hearing for the judge to determine if there was enough probable cause to send this case up to a grand jury, which he did. This is the case where Maurice Evans is accused of killing Dominique Goodwin in the Palmetto Bojangles parking lot earlier this month. And on the stand, a Palmetto police detective said Goodman's daughter, Amari, worked at the Bojangles with Evans, and the two had been involved in multiple arguments throughout the day. At some point, they say Amari unintentionally called her father, Dominique Goodwin, who heard the arguments and drove to the Bojangles with his wife.
Remember, we was told that the daughter had done called her daddy. So we was running off of the premise of she called her daddy and she got her daddy killed. They say so by mistake on purpose, I guess she pocket dialed her daddy, and her daddy heard the argument and he ran on up there.
Intentionally called her father. At some point, they say Amari unintentionally called her father.
How you, if you did not pocket dial your daddy, how you unintentionally call your daddy? And just think about this right here. How many of y'all daddy would have been like your last call in your phone log? Keep it 100. Just keep it 100, but go ahead.
Dominique Goodwin, who heard the arguments and drove to the Bojangles with his wife. Evans, the defendant, had clocked out and was sitting in the car with his wife when witnesses and Evans say Goodman went up and tried to fight Evans.
Witnesses and the shooter said the daddy approached him trying to fight. Did I had done not had done told y'all? Behind that monkey, we put our life on the line. Go ahead.
That's when the prosecution says Evans shot Goodman 8 times, 3 of those times in the back. Evans' attorney claims self-defense and pushed for a voluntary manslaughter charge. The prosecution says there's no question this was malice murder.
Damn, he shot him 8 times plus 3 in the back. You going to jail, pimp. Sorry to tell you, you're going to jail.
The testimony shows significant provocation that occurred.
He fled from him and shot him 3 times in the back. Stood over him and shot him 3 times in the back. This is just a textbook malice murder.
Now, Judge Todd Ashley called the arguments a close call, but ultimately sided with the prosecution, telling Evans he wished he had just driven on home that day. And Evans also has a bond hearing coming up at 1:30 this afternoon. Live here at the Fulton County Courthouse, Sarah Hammond.
Got to be more careful. So they changed up for what we knew about the story. She didn't call him. I don't believe that now. I just don't believe that right now. And then, they could be telling the truth. I just don't believe it.
Amari worked at the Bojangles with Evans.
So I'm trying to see which one in the video is her.
And the two had been involved.
I don't know if this her with like a hair
involved in multiple arguments throughout the day. At some point this month, and on the stand, a Palmetto police detective said Goodman's daughter, Amari, worked at the Bojangles with Evans, and the two had been involved in multiple arguments throughout the day. At some point.
And why is y'all arguing about chicken? Don't Bojangles sell chicken. Y'all arguing about chicken and biscuits and shit. Now they do got some good biscuits. They're probably arguing about, you want me to clock out and I ain't even took my lunch yet.
They say Amari unintentionally called her father, Dominique Goodwin, who heard the arguments and drove to the Bojangles with his wife. Evans, the defendant, had clocked out and was sitting in the car with his wife when witnesses and Evans say Goodman went up and tried to fight Evans.
So he went up there without even listening to his daughter. So the daughter wasn't like, daddy, he trying to do something to me, you know. He just listened to it. Ran on up there, and y'all got to remember, he ran on up there. He drove on up there, him and his wife, and then they say he charged, tried to get to the manager. How did he know who she was arguing with? I don't know. Maybe he was like, well, she probably already had problems with Buddy. I don't know. But how did he know that day who he had problems with, or well, who she had a problem with? Either which way, he dead now.
That's when the prosecution says Evans shot Goodman 8 times, 3 of those times in the back.
Now, 3 in the back, and damn it, in my mind, if he would have got off the first two shots, 2 good shots to where he ain't have to worry about that comeback, because I don't believe in that comeback. I'm trying to remove you off earth if I shoot you. We ain't got no time for you in the ICU or you in the prenatal care or something like that. No, you ain't coming back around here. I need for you to be having a funeral. I ain't got no time for that right there. But if you just would have popped him twice and stopped shooting, the self-defense thing could have been, damn it, a beautiful thing. A beautiful thing. But it say he shot him in the back 3 times. I could kind of see shot once in the back if you just bum and Buddy had done turned on you. You know what I'm saying? And he got that 1 in the back and then you just stop shooting like, I got him. But 3 in the back, pimp, don't seem like self-defense to me, just in my mind. So listen. I still stand on them. I still stand on what I always say. Behind that monkey, we get hurt, damaged, and killed it out here in these doggone streets. And then you got to think about this right here. So when he went up to the store, did he talk to the daughter as soon as he got to the store and say, well, baby, what's going on? So let's just say she pocket dialed her daddy. I'm going to give it to him. So if he pocket dial, he understands that there's a situation on the job. He runs up to the job. In my mind, now you have to go and talk to your daughter. And in my mind, because of the situation, for how they saying that it happened, she was emotional, high-pitched voice, screaming, all type of stuff to ignite him to go ahead on and do something about it. And it's crazy because they didn't show on camera and they didn't say anything about the manager placing hands on her. He never placed hands on her, so she wasn't even in danger. She hadn't been assaulted. So why is you running up to Buddy trying to go ahead on and fight little Buddy? Messing around with them YNs will get you killed. Moving right along, I ain't gonna eat much on you.